Give myself a haircut. If it gets too long, I just shave it. But anyway, back out here at the carport garage, and today we're raising the shocks up. Now, when you raise it up there, it raises it more at the tire just because it's slanted. So, you know, you figure you move something up here, it's going to move it more down here. Now up here by my thumb. But anyway, so I'll move the other side. Probably a little bit more than I wanted to, but oh well. I'm going to see what the travel is when I get done. But for now, what we're doing is we're just trying to get the car up high enough that it clears that down pipe. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but it clears it quite a bit now. But this side's jacked up, but it actually pushes it down. But I did do some measurements. I raised that side up. I've already raised that side up. I raised it up 1.25 inches, and it raised that side of the car up about 3 inches. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. That's probably going to be too much, and we can come back in here and redo it. Something I wanted to mention on these, a lot of people, they'll get that bearing that goes in here. Makes this a lot easier to turn, but they require that you put anti-seize on the threads. That voids the warranty if you don't. So I put anti-seize between here and there, and it's easy as can be to turn. I mean, easy. Those other strange shocks I had, I didn't have any lube or anything in between these, and man, it was hard to turn. I actually had to clamp a vice grip on them like that just to even be able to turn them, man. It was difficult. And the reason I did this is because when I tighten this up to this, it don't take much force at all to lock those together, man. I like never got them apart. So don't go crazy when you tighten this one up on this one, because I mean, they don't come apart easy. Or they didn't for me. But anyway, we're going to raise it up, and hopefully our coupler from the turbo to the intercooler, coupler and coupler band come in today, and we can drive it around and do some testing. If they do, I think they're going to be here tomorrow. Car's back down on the ground. Look how much room we got now. We got a lot of room. So I went up 1.25 inches. I went from 5.5. I went based on the threads. I measured from the bottom of the threads to the top of the threads. Well, the bottom part of the nut to the bottom part of the threads down here where the adjustment knobs are. So I had 5.5 on both sides, and that down pipe right there was right on that board. And then I went 6 3/4 from the threads down there by the adjustment knob to the bottom of that top adjustment ring. I went to 6 3/4, and look at that. They went up a lot. You got to think too, the car's pivoting up as well, so any little bit you raise it back here at the wheels is going to even raise it more here. So I don't know, just eyeballing that. That looks like a good 4 or 5 inches. It went up, and it went up about 3 inches at the tire just from moving that side up. But when I moved this side up that I'm on now, it would have raised that side up as well. So I don't know, it's a little bit higher than I like, so we might bring it down a little bit more, but we're going to leave it there now for testing. And we'll just get that coupler from the intercooler and that coupler band that goes from the intercooler to the intercooler pipe to the turbo, and we'll start driving around doing some testing. Yeah, can't wait. Well, the coupler didn't come in the mail, neither did the band, so that'll probably be here Friday or Saturday. So probably not going to get to race it this weekend, but I think we'll be able to definitely get to race it. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. But you know, I was doing some thinking. The injectors will only do, they're 60-pound injectors. From my math, the online math, etc., I should only be able to do 550 to the wheel with those injectors on E85, which would be about 7 pounds of boost. But that's a 450 pump, so it can go up to about 750. So I might leave that nitrous on there and hook it up and see how good it spools them turbos on a 50 to 100 shot. I mean, might as well till we can get new injectors. I could probably buy new injectors right now, but I don't know if I want to. Thoughts? I don't know. What y'all think? Should we hit it with the nitrous with the turbo on it too? I don't know, but we'll definitely do some testing on the turbo on 7 pounds of boost till we can get injectors once we get that coupler and that coupler band in for downhill. Yep. But I did go ahead and get the plug for the nitrous line to plug that off. So I got that on there. Now start the car up, make sure it don't leak. And no leaks.